Hey you guys, so I have a story for you today. Let me tell you. So, when I was younger, I used to live in these apartments where it would be your house and then your neighbor's house would be connected to your house and then there would be that little yard space and then it would be the next two sets of houses. So, I used to live there and I had a neighbor when I was little before my brother was born. So I lived there with my mom before my brother was born. And we're gonna call her Barbara. I don't know where that came from, but whatever. So, Barbara was an older lady, and I would go over to her house and we would play Go Fish and stuff, and we would have lunch. And she was really, really nice. And one day she fell when she was getting out of the shower, and we were outside at the bus stop waiting for the bus, and she was calling for my mom, and my mom didn't hear her. Nobody heard her. And so she was just laying there, and she ended up having to live with her brother or son. I think it was her son. And her son literally lived right down the frickin' road from her, and they did not bother to come and visit. Who does that? So, I would always go over there, and she ended up passing away, sadly. But, that's life. So, we had this new neighbor, and he was something, let me tell you. He had two kids, a little girl, and a little boy. And they were brats. Not gonna sugarcoat anything. They were brats. They did not respect anything. And this guy would always think of excuses to come over to our house. One time he went and said that his water wasn't working, and we just thought that he didn't pay his water bill. It's well, that's not our problem. And he asked for buckets, literal buckets of water from our bathtub so he could go and give his kids a bath. And my mom's just no. And then he said that he needed to use our shower so he could take a shower. And that was a big red flag for my mom. It's no, not happening, dude. And any time we were outside and stuff, he would just stare at my mom. He was a freaking creep. He would just sit there and just stare at her. And he didn't care if she saw him. He would just stare at her. And there was one time, me, my brother, and my mom were all sitting in the living room. And from the windows, you can see the couch into our house, okay? You can see right to the couch because our couch was on the opposite wall from the windows. And this guy walked over into our yard and just stared at my mom through the freaking windows. How creepy is that? And he just stared at her. And my mom warned my grandma about this, and he came over and would just stare at me in case. And so my grandma went out, me and my little brother, or you can call him, yeah. And my grandma went out there. It's do you have a problem? Can I help you? And he was just no. And then she's just then stop staring at my grandchildren. Back off, bub. Stop. In general, just don't. And so we went, and he disappeared. We didn't know where he went. He just disappeared. He was gone. And so we went and we got a new neighbor, and we're gonna call him Thomas. And he moved in, and he is the nicest neighbor you could ask for, you guys. He was the best neighbor. He let us use his internet. He let me go over to his house to write a paper for school because my computer was being stupid and wouldn't let me do anything for that. So I got to go over and do my paper for school, and he was just really nice. And so we went, and we ended up moving. But before we moved, we found out that this guy went to jail, you guys. He went to jail. And I don't even remember why he went to jail, but he went to jail. And that was like creepy. It's like I had a criminal living next to me, you guys. Like he ran away from the cops, and he ended up living as my neighbor to try and get away from the cops. Like the cops wouldn't find him. Oh, sorry, it's me, man. I was like, what? But yeah, like that is my creepy neighbor story. I have another one, but that one's like a longer one, and I don't want this video to be too long. But this neighbor like doesn't live next to me. He lives across the street from me. So I'll do that story now, I guess. So we moved into the house that I am in now. And I love this house. It has an upstairs. I have my own room. I don't have to share with my little brother anymore. He's got his own room. It's perfectly fine. But this guy that lives across the street is a freaking psycho. Like, I use that word a lot. And, like, he is a creep. He would go and talk to my mom. And my mom is a pharmacist. Like a cashier in the pharmacy at Walmart in my town. So a lot of people know her from the pharmacy, and everybody loves her from the pharmacy. Like she knows her customers by name, so everybody appreciates that. And this guy went, and my mom was actually able to wear, like, since she wasn't at work, she was actually able to wear shorts. And she got out of the car, and the guy's outside, and he's just like, "You got some nice legs. I never get to see your legs because they're always behind the counter." And it's just like, creep. It's like, no, back off, dude. And he would go and just like yell to us and just like randomly talk to us. And it's like creepy. Like, we wouldn't do anything. We would just like walk outside, and he would just say like creepy things like, "Hey, you've got nice legs. Where are you going? What you doing?" It's creepy. And he was in a car accident because he was drinking and driving. So he got in a car accident, so he walks weird. And he said that he was a drug addict, and he said that he was a drunk. And I'm just like, yeah, because that makes me feel so much better about the freaking neighbor that lives across the street from me. And he's a nice guy, but he's also a creep. And he can be a creep sometimes. Like, that is just creepy. And yeah, those are the two weirdest, creepiest neighbors that I've had from... And I've lived in like 5 houses, you guys. Like, I moved like 5 times. And those are like the two most like recent. The first one was about like 2 years ago, because we moved into this house about 2 years ago. And then this guy, you know, he just like lives right over there. He talks to like everybody. So yeah, those are my 2 creepy neighbor stories. Give this video a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe, you guys. Hit the red subscribe button. Like, make me happy, make it a party, yay! I want more subscribers. Like, this is my first video, and I thought that it would be an interesting video, so give it a thumbs up. Yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll make it a party. Woo! Alright, thanks you guys for watching. Bye!